Hey guys, it's James Upjohn here from Skem First. I sat down with my kids today, homeschooling day 2, and went through long multiplication, long division, and short division with them. And all three of the kids struggled with different aspects of that. So I had a feeling that if my kids are struggling with it, other children might be too. So I'm just going to put this quick video together showing you each one of those things: short division, long division, and long multiplication. So hopefully you can watch this video, understand it, and then share it with your own kids, or just give the kids the videos to watch so that they can be refreshed. So I'm going to start off with long multiplication, and we're just going to start off with some easy sums. Let's say 11 times 4. Very simple. Most people should be able to do this basic one. What we're going to do is put the biggest number at the top, 11, and then we're going to put the smallest number at the bottom. 11 times 4. This is a really simple one, so we just need to say what is 4 times 1? It's 4. And then again, what is 4 times 1? It's 4. Nice and simple. There's nothing else left to do. We've got an answer of 44. Let's now have a look at another one. Let's say 16 times 7. Okay, we'll put a line underneath. Now, what you are allowed to do is you are allowed, when showing your working outs, to put your times table next to your answer or somewhere on the page. So we've got 7 times 6, so I need to know what are my 7 times tables. So I can just write these next to this if I'm not sure what they are. And it's good practice to do this anyway, because we definitely won't make a mistake with adding up. So I'm just going to put my 7 times table in by adding 7 each time. Let's just go to 49, 56. The next one would be 63 and 70. So we've got our 7 times table there up to 10. We could carry on to 77 and 84 to just go up to 12. We've listed our 7 times table here now, and so I need to know what 6 times 7 is. So all I need to do is just count 6 lots of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 7 is 42. So what I need to do is put my answer in here. I'll put the 2 at the bottom, and then with the 4 for the 42, I'm going to add that to the tens column at the top here. There's our answer, 42. Now I need to work out what is 7 times 1. 7 times 1 is 7, but we've got this 4 that we carried over from 42. So it's 7 times 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. So we're going to put the 1 here for 11. We can carry the 1, but there's nothing to add it to, so we can just add the other 1 here. So 16 times 7 is 112. Let's just open the calculator and make sure that that's correct. 16 times 7, 112. Okay, so that's basic 2 digits. I'll just do one more of those. Let's just pick another random one. 18 times 9. Same thing. Let's just quickly write these out. 9, 18, 27, 36. Okay, get into the habit of doing this. It'll make things much easier for you. 54, 63, 72, 81, and 90. Okay, so the first one we need to do is 8 times 9. So let's count 8 lots of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 times 8 is 72. So the same thing. We put the 2 at the bottom and carry the 7. Now we've got these two numbers here. 9 times 1 is 9. Add 7 to that is 16. So we put the 6 here, carry the 1. There's nowhere to put it here, so we just bring it down. 18 times 9 is 162. Let's just quickly check to see if that's correct. 18 times 9, 162. Okay, simple 1-digit times 2-digit calculations. Now we're going to take things up a step, and we're going to do 2-digit times 2-digit calculations. So let's look at something like 44 times 11. Draw a line underneath. We don't really need to work out the 1 times table here. We don't need to write that out. 1 times 4 is 4. And again, 1 times 4 is 4. we've just worked out the ones columns. Now we're moving on to do the tens columns. We did 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 4 is 4. Now we need to move over to the tens and do this next column. 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 4 is 4. However, because this is the tens now, we need to start with a 0. We put a 0 here, and then we move across, and we say 1 times 4 is 4, and then we say 1 times 4 is 4. So, now we've got what's 1 times 44, and we've also got what's 10 times 44. So now that we've got that, we can add these two numbers together, and that leaves us with 484. That should be the correct answer. We'll open the calculator again just to be sure. If we say 11 times 44, we've got 484. That was a nice easy one. Let's just take this up another level and say 32 times 64. We've taken this one up a bit of a level now. If we don't know our 4 times table, we can write it out here. I do know it. To save time, I won't write that out. But we'll say 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3 is 12. So we put the 2 there. There's nowhere to carry the 1 to, so we bring it down there. So 4 times 32 equals 128. Now we need to work out 60 times 32. So we put the 0 first. And then we say 6 times 2 is 12. So we put the 2 there. We can carry the 1 because we did 6 times 2. So we can carry the 1 over to the 3. And so now we say 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. So we put the 9 there. And again, we carry the 1. So we can put it there. So 60 times 32 is 1,920. And 4 times 32 is 128. Let's add those together. And we should end up with 2048. Let's just check. 32 times 64, 2048. So we'll just do another couple of those just to make sure you've got that absolutely nailed down. Let's do 73 times 16, just in case we don't know our 6 times table. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, and 60. That's our 6 times table, up to 10 times 6. Now that we've done that, let's count 3 times 6. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6 is 18. So we put the 8 there and carry the 1 over. And then we do 6 times 7. So let's count down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 times 7 is 42. But let's not forget the 1 that we carried over. So it's 43. And we need to carry the 4 over. There's nowhere to put it, so we can bring it down. 6 times 73 is 438. Now we need to work out 10 times 73. So again, don't forget the 0. 1 times 3 is 3. And 1 times 7 is 7. So 10 times 73 is 730. Add those two together. We've got 8, 6, 7 and 4 is 11. So we've got 1,168. Let's see if that's correct. 73 times 16 is 1168. Finally, we can continue with this to do much bigger numbers now that we've got those basics down. What happens if we need to do a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number, or a 4-digit number by a 4-digit number? Let's do 1, 2, 3 times 3, 2, 1. As I said to you before, we want to put the big number at the top, so let's just rewrite that first. 3, 2, 1 times 1, 2, 3. You get the same answer, it seems to be easier to work it out by putting the biggest number at the top. So 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So 3 times 321 is 963. Now we're going to go on to the tens column, so we need to put a 0. And we say 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And 2 times 3 is 6. Now we need to calculate the hundreds number. So we actually need to put 2 zeros in. So we go 0 and then 0. If we had 4 numbers on the next line, we would put 0, 0, 0, etc. And so this carries on in exactly the same way. So now we're doing the ones column. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And 1 times 3 is 3. Now we can add all of this up and see what we've got. We've got 3, 8. Here is 14. So we carry the 1 over because we're adding up. On this column we've got 6 plus 2 is 8 plus the 1 we carried is 9. And then finally we've got the 3 on its own. So 321 times 123 should be 39483 if I did that calculation correctly. Let's take a look. 321 times 123 is 39483. Now that we've done the smaller numbers, we really can start looking at some much more difficult versions of this. Let's look at something like 6, 7, 8 times 4, 3, 2. Much bigger numbers, and it's going to require a lot of carrying for this one. So 8 times 2 is 16. 7 times 2 is 14. Don't forget the one that we carried over is 15. And then we've got another one here. And then finally, 6 times 2, or 2 times 6 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. So 2 times 6, 7, 8 is 1356. Now we need to do the 30 times 6, 7, 8. So let's put the 0 first. 3 times 8 is 24. So we will put the 4 there and carry the 2. 3 times 7 is 21. Let's not forget the 2. So 22, 23. Let's carry the 2. And then finally, 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. So now we need to do 400 times 6, 7, 8. So we put the 2 zeros in. And then we say 4 times 8 is 8, 16, 24, 32. So there's the 2, and we carry the 3. 4 times 7 is 28, plus 3 is 31. So we carry the 3 and put the 1 there. Finally, 4 times 6 is 24, plus our 3 is 27. So we put that in, 27. And now we just need to total all of that together to get our final answer. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 plus 0 is 9. 3 plus 3 plus 2 is 8. 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. And finally, 2 on its own. If I've done that correctly with the right carrying and the right calculations, 6, 7, 8 times 432, 6, 7, 8 times 432 should be 292896, which is that number exactly there. Guys, that's long multiplication. It's quite easy once you get the hang of it. I hope it's been helpful. Cheers, guys.